are you prepared to be bipartisan?
That's why I'm here. I'm someone who wants to bridge that gap and actually lead through reason. I think we can talk to people of different viewpoints and actually come to answers that make sense. I don't think it needs to be just right or left or black and white. And also we can take things step by step. So Yang, I believe, and I'll always be frank, I'm going to be frank about him. I think he's just going to pander to anyone he thinks that would vote for him. So I think Yang is the typical type politician, and that's exactly what I don't want. I don't want our actual government filled with politicians. When everyone says to me, I have a lot of people, "Oh, you're a politician now." You're answering, "What? No, I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician."
They just insulted you.
No, you insulted me. I want to solve problems, right? I actually want to look at a problem. I want to shake things up. I want to understand that problem. I want to learn from other people, and from that, I want to come to answers to problems. And my website focuses on that. I don't believe I'm even always right now. Sure. I'm still learning and I'm evolving with viewpoints. And I'm finding that, other people, when I talk to them in this open way, they also gravitate. And it could be people on the right, the people on the left. Because I think fundamentally, if you're not so philosophical, if you're not so principled, you also want to solve problems. We all want to pay less tax. We want less people on public aid. We want more people in the workforce. We want safe streets. What most people don't care about is these tag phrases: fund the police, refund the police, or defund the police. Neither of them. It's pandering to low information voters. That's all. And this pandering is hurting us. That's what I believe. Okay. Sorry, David, I can talk a lot.
No, don't worry. David says, I worked in the court system 10 years, and the system keeps these people in the system and in poverty. Yeah, so there we go.
I agree. I've been practicing law for 20 years, and I was overseas for 18 years, and we had we still have a pro bono team. So we actually help some soldiers overseas that have problems, and we've also helped people getting out of jail in South Korea and also China for minor drug charges. If you don't get that real person who cares with a helping hand, people will go back to crime.
Yep,
they will. It's as simple as that. Or they will muddle along and just take government money for the rest of their lives, and they'll stay poor. So I think the system itself is built behind supporting charities. So we have all these charities and these charity businesses. We always say nonprofit, and that's a bullshit word. Sorry to swear. I don't know if this is a no swear.
You can. Zone. Don't worry. You can swear all you want.
I swear a lot. I think what they did is they built this system that just wants to keep people homeless, wants to keep them in the system, wants to keep them to rely on the system so the charity will flourish. And if you look at the line items on the budget, money going to this nonprofit and this, it's all nonsense type of social awareness type charities. They're educating people on the blue duck from blah, blah, blah. I'm joking, but it's all this type of nonsense. And we have $50,000 going to so many of those in these line items.
Tons of them. I see it all the time.
Think about the homeless program that we have. We spent more money on homeless and we have more homeless. So why don't we have programs that reward companies for making people not homeless?
That would be great. I love that idea. Andrew says he just liked your campaign page. If he could vote for you, he would. Andrew's upstate, so he can't vote for you, but he says he would. So that's nice. So yes.
Invite me out to an actual meal. It's the same. I'm happy to go out to a meal. Invite me up there. We'll have dinner, lunch together.
There we go, Andrew. Done. Matt says, if you pay your debt to society, that should be the end of your punishment, he says. We need to stop punishing those that made mistakes and have tried to turn life around. All we are creating now is a vicious cycle where people are forced to make desperate decisions, and desperate decisions are usually poor decisions.
That's a great statement, Matt. And if you don't mind, I would like to steal that and put it on my blog. Is it possible? Thumbs up.
Take it. Yes. Matt's fine. Happy. Oh, good. Matt's happy. Matt's on the show often. He gets it. Absolutely. 100%. The Liberty Shamrock likes you. She says, what a dynamic guest, Larry. Thanks. Well, look at you. You're
I love
winning.
the Irish, and it always happens with the Irish. The Irish always likes me. I also have Italian blood into me, so I also hope I can get some nice comments from someone from
there we go.
Italy,
Matt,
or their grandfather was from Italy. There we go, Matt. There we go.
He says feel free. So I want to go to another piece if I could, and that is your right coming up now is ranked choice voting. Ranked choice voting in New York City is good for the primaries, which is going to be you coming up here in June. Do you have a view on this either way? Do you think it's going to help you, hurt you, not matter? Do you have a feeling on it?
I have a feeling on it. All I want to do is win. So I think, I think scoring second, scoring third, or scoring fourth, and I don't know. I would like to see afterwards if it's going to change the outcome of any race and how it changed the outcome. We're not focusing on it at all.
Okay.
The way I'm focusing on it, we started late, but the way I'm focusing on it is I want to do a good job. I want to put out good content, and I want this to be a long-term thing. So if I do put out good content, I go to things like this, I do this, and the process is good. We do a good process. And if it doesn't end out of us winning, it doesn't end out with us winning. So that's the way I'm actually looking at it. We don't want to play any games. We're not pandering. I believe we're the only candidate in the city that produced a newspaper. So we have version 2 of the actual newspaper that has substantive articles. Most candidates are very fearful of putting substantive articles out because people can criticize them. So all they want to do is say, this is the best speech. And you hear this all the time. I support affordable housing. I will fight for affordable housing. We all need to fight for affordable housing. When they say that, they have no plan for affordable housing.
But you have a plan, though. And I want to talk about this. Your plan is similar to a libertarian who I spoke to, believe it or not, in Kentucky. You have a similar plan, and your plan is dealing with property tax in New York City. And you're saying if you are either a senior, disabled, or a veteran, and you make less than $70,000 a year, you should pay no property tax.
Correct. And this would be, we have a budget in this city.
Hold on, and you're a Democrat, right?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm
blows my mind.
I'm in the mold of a John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy cut tax.
Okay.
John F. Kennedy was a problem solver. Eisenhower today may be a Democrat too. So I think the parties have changed, and I think Trump, some of his policies are old school Democrat policies, and
so that's why you say loony left, right? You say you're not loony left, so you're in this. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pull you off. I'm surprised. Talk to me about this $70,000. Why $70,000? Tell me about this program. $70,000 or less, you don't pay property tax.
$70,000 is arbitrary, and I think that this should be state by state. But I think so this doesn't work in other states. 70,000. So if you look at our GDP per capita, it's about $90,000. So I wanted to take off from that 90, and I also wanted to do for people that could not earn more money. The type of people that do not have the opportunity to earn more money. And we need to think about this more. I'm thinking about this for the city, not for the state. So you have some people from the state. Upstate salaries maybe are actually lower, so we need to graduate it. So maybe it would be $50,000 upstate. So we would need to figure out what is about. I was figuring about 80% to 75% of the mean. Right?
Got it. Okay.
Figuring out what the actual mean is difficult. So I came up with a random number. 70 seems okay. It's
well,
not
New York City. I mean, you're talking Manhattan. That's not a lot of money in Manhattan.
It's not a lot of money. It is absolutely not. I have a rent of a small 1-bedroom. I paid $3,500 for. Yep. So I mean, it's. You can also see the view of my office. We're in One World Trade Center. If anyone wants to go up,
that is the Freedom Tower. For those of you who don't know, that's the Freedom Tower.
That's the Freedom Tower. That's right.